For the week of January 17th, 2021, this is Congress News. In the news, KCA implementation, launch of Hebron and Charis people groups across KCN, and global feedback. The global rollout of the Kingdom Community Architecture continued in 2021 with the launch of newly commissioned people groups for the men and women across the KCN. The launch of Hebron Company, the people group for men, began on Friday, 8th January and is continuing across the globe. The people groups for the women began on Saturday, 9th January and is continuing in Kingdom communities across the Congress. Special resources are being distributed globally to guide and support senior elders in the activation of the new structures in their local communities.
To mark the global launch of Hebron Company, Dr. Woodruff addressed the men at the creative core of the Congress Elijah Center. In his message entitled Days of Seasonal Change, Dr. Woodruff released a powerful pulsation of divine life into the definition of manhood for all men in the Congress.
Nothing has changed, that the unbroken flow of the momentum of God's purpose is not dependent upon time. The men of the kingdom are not moved by the season of the earth, but we are moved by the mandates of the upper realm, and that realm is moved only by the dictates of the divine purpose. What we stand in and what we flow in is mandated from a realm that is above us, a realm that is higher than us, a realm outside of time.
The ripples from this powerful download into the creative core are still flowing out of the Congress and into the new global structures of Hebron Company.
Feedback from around the world continues to flow in describing the massive impact of the launch of Hebron Company and the women's people groups. Feedback from Pune, India. It was beyond anything I have ever experienced in this long journey. The weight of the arrival of God and His mighty entrance and deep penetration in the hearts of the Hebron Company was mind-blowing. The same thing was felt and heard in the Charis activation. God has definitely done a massive thing among us. Saints are full of joy, excitement, and are totally refreshed. Here's more feedback from South Africa. We all became aware that the new position required a total new wineskin appropriate to match the arriving grace. God emphasized the fact that the KCA has now become our reality, and we literally experience God pouring out His love in our heart. Here's some Hebron feedback from the Davidic Center in Mauritius. This launching has been a day of hope and victory, and also a day of commitment. It was very clear that abundant grace is fully available for the building of our lives and transformations that need to take place. And closing off our feedback, here's a Charis comment from Mauritius. This launching has been like the rising of a new day for all of us. It was very clear that grace was overflowing, empowering, and strengthening us to undergo the necessary changes that need to take place in our lives and embrace our true identity, which is embedded in Christ. And that brings us to the end of your Congress news for the week of January 17th, 2021. For more Congress news, visit www.cwbn.news, download the Congress News app, or tune in to Canopy Radio or Canopy TV.